Hello everybody, Uber Lady Charlotte. Alright, so gonna give you guys an update of what's happening. I'm on my way to my apartment complex. I called her because I hadn't heard anything from her since this morning. So I called her and she said that she was getting ready to put another message in my mailbox and telling me to call her. She said she didn't want to disturb me at work. But I'm thinking, lady, my day is shot. I haven't had any sleep. And I need some answers. So this is what she said. She said, I'm glad you called me. I said, well, did you find out anything? Did you contact anybody? And she said, well, I called. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's the owner of the apartment complex. So she said, I called him and explained what happened and, you know, that we didn't have your payment and, you know, all this stuff. She said, so what he said was that he was going to knock something off of your rent. And I said, okay. She said, for the inconvenience. She said, because we believe you put it in there. She said, but this has happened one time before. I said, what happened one time before? I'm sorry, the sun is in my eyes. I said, what has happened one time before? She said, where we had a tenant. She put her rent check in the rent box. But when the mail person comes, they open up the door and all the boxes open up at one time, including the rent office box, because it's in a big wall, the different little boxes. She said, and when the postal lady opened it up, sometimes if it's windy, wind gets up in there and it sucks the mail out of the boxes, including the rent box. So we believe, now this is what she told me, we believe that the wind went up in there, and when she opened the door, it caused a tornado-like effect and sucked the mail out of the box, out the rent box. And when the mail person was trying to put the mail back in the boxes, that yours might have gotten out of the door because somebody opened up the door, and your rent payment flew out of the door and probably, you know, got caught up in the wind, and then it was just gone. I'm looking at that instead of looking at me because he and I were together when I was on this phone call. I said, okay, so what does that mean for me? Now, this is where it gets confusing. She said, well, we're sorry for the inconvenience, but that check was only made out to us. That cashier's check was only made out to us. Nobody can cash it. So if you could, go back by your bank and see if they'll issue you another cashier's check, because they took that money out of your account. The other check was never cashed. And I'm thinking, how do you know the check was never cashed? But she said the check was never cashed, so see if they'll get you another one, and you just bring that to us. And she says, and so we'll, you know, he said he would knock something off your rent. I said, well, how much off the rent? She said, well, I don't know. Let me call him back and find out. I said, okay, so he's going to knock something off the January rent. She said, well, no, because you've already paid January's rent with that money that you're going to, that cashier check you're going to bring back. That's going to be for January's rent. So he's going to knock something off your February's rent. I said, but I haven't paid January's rent. That's what else I wanted to talk to you about. You're saying that you want January's rent January the 15th, and I don't get paid until the 19th. She said, well, let me talk to him and let me see. And but no, that check for December, that's going to cover your January's rent. I said, well, who's going to pay for December's rent? Well, see, no, when you get that money order back and you bring it in, that's going to take care of that. So basically, she's saying, she's thinking I paid January. I already told her I didn't pay January. That's why in the letter it says I owe $14.40. Because that included December and January at $7.20 each month. So I don't know what the heck she's talking about. But I asked her, what time do you leave today? She says, I leave at 4. I said, okay, I'll be over there with the money, with another cashier's check. The bank gave me another cashier's check, and so I'm taking it to her now, and it's about $3.50. So I'm going to run over here, pay her this money. I'm going to get a receipt, and I'm going to start a whole new filing system as far as this rent, because if she's confused about the payment I haven't made, yeah, I can't trust it no more. I can't trust it no more. They're very nice people, but I can't trust it no more. Plus the tornado story, the vortex story, or the whooshing wind up in the mail room where the camera don't work, and I don't know. I know God has made a way, and I've been blessed, and now I just gotta see what they're talking about on the 19th. I mean on the 15th. So we'll see. We'll see. And we'll see. That's all I can say is we'll see. So it's worked out this far, and I believe that the rest of it's going to work out too. The rest of it will work out. So I've got some people that have, you know, shown me their love, shown me some support, and I want to thank you, because I didn't want to do a GoFundMe page, but thank you. What I did get, it's going to be used toward this rent. So, all right, I'm gonna go in here, and I'm gonna go in here and pay. I'm gonna put y'all on pause, so I hope it worked. All right, so I'll talk to you in a minute. All right, so I am back. Back out of here. I gave her my payment, and I you know, she took the payment, and she apologized again for the inconvenience, and I explained to her in person that I have not paid January's rent. Your letter's asking for it on the 15th. And she's like, oh, that's right, you haven't paid it. I said, no, ma'am. She said, oh, okay. I said, so what about that? She's like, well, I'll have to talk to, I keep thinking she's saying John. I have to talk to John about that, but he did say he would knock something off the rent. But see, my issue is, can I pay it on the 19th instead of the 15th? Because the 15th is on a Monday. And she was like, well, let me talk to him, so that means he's going to knock something off the January's rent. Okay, well, I need to know what it is. So I gave her my work cell phone number and told her she can call me anytime on that. She doesn't have to call me at my office, because I'm not always in my office. Most of the time I'm not in my office. And so she said she'll call me in the morning to let me know what the situation is with that. Also, she said they're going to work on putting in a separate mailbox. She said because this has happened before, where somebody's mail was sucked out of the mailbox that the rent office uses, and that person's money was lost, and they just had to go get another. They had a money order, had to get another money order. So I guess I'll see what happens. But God has worked it out on this first half. He has worked it out, and I'm sure he'll work out the rest. He has, you know, touched this guy's heart to give me a break on the rent. And I don't know what the break is, but it's still a blessing, period. So, I'll keep you guys posted on that. Thank you, everybody, for your prayers. Thank you. Thank you for those that continue to pray for me like I pray for you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you to the 2 people that have offered their support. Thank you, because I will use that toward what I have to pay. If, you know, how things work out, I'm going to use that toward that. And add some more to it, of course. But I believe it's all going to work out. Everything's going to be great. I'm happy again. I'm happy on the inside. I feel good. And I want to thank everybody for their advice, their kind words. Thank you so much. It meant a lot. Thank you, Jay, for calling me. Jay was just like, forget this, I'm just going to call. So, from Chicago, Illinois. Thank you, Jay. Again, all of my knowledgeable professionals that work in the financial industry, thank you. All of your advice was on point, because I walked in that bank today thinking I know what I'm talking about. At least sounded like I knew what I was talking about based on you guys' advice and words and buzzwords, you know. So, it was taken care of fast, because the lady at the bank told me that it would normally take 45 days to research or track down a cashier's check or money order of that sort. But after I did what you guys said, use some terminology, you know, I was very nice. She was very nice. I explained the situation. God touched her heart, and it all worked out. And she, you know, issued it to me right then. It was good. It worked out. It was good. Well, not right then. I had to go back, but she worked it out. God worked it out. So, whew, that's y'all weight taken off my shoulders. So now we'll see. Now we'll see what happens. And I'll keep you guys posted. Again, thank you guys for everything. So I get to keep my little dusty feet in my apartment. Thank you. So I guess we'll work on a celebratory contest. So let me work on that after I get all my stuff straightened out. Let me make January's rent, and then we'll do another contest. then I can work on taking this hair out and I guess wearing my natural for a moment. All right, so I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, bye.